To all my fellow hustlers, welcome back to another episode of the LA Music Hustle. Today's guest is a powerhouse of a vocalist, songwriter, and Grammy nominee. He has worked with legends such as Celine Dion, Usher, Mariah Carey, Shaka Khan, J-Lo, Stevie Wonder. I mean, the list goes on. He's also co-produced performances for TV that include the BET Awards and is a principal singer on the hit show Dancing with the Stars. Now, most vocalists sing within 2, maybe 3 octaves, and that's solid. Yeah, he has a 5-octave range. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, CJ Edmonds here on The Hustle. All right. How are you?
I'm good.
Doing good?
I'm doing really good.
Let's go into that with what I just said. Were you born with this range already, or did you work at extending the range?
I honestly think I was born with it. And I'll tell you why, because when I was a kid, I would always try to sing girl songs, and I was scared that when my voice changed that I wouldn't be able to do it. And I was still able to do it after my voice changed, so I have to say that I was born with it.
Wow.
So my mom said that I would hang my microphone from the ceiling fan, like I was at a studio.
Right.
And I would practice everybody from Whitney, Mariah, all that stuff. And she said she would listen at my door to make sure if I was like singing correctly or blah, blah, blah. And she said that she would pass by, no, he doesn't have it now. Then she would pass by the next day, nope, he doesn't have it again. Then she would pass by the next, oh, he got it, all right. So she would keep tabs on my growth and how I expanded this vocal range, I guess.
Wow,
so, yeah.
that's, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, this is good. No one's ever asked me that before.
I met you on the set of Dancing with the Stars.
You sure did.
Off the bat, I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not really the most impressive thing that caught my attention. And for fellow singers and for fellow performers, your focus was absolutely incredible to watch, because we would be at rehearsal and it's laxed.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you're still performing, you're still doing your thing.
Yeah.
But at rehearsal, it's a very chill environment. It has to be, because we're doing 12 to 16 hours.
Heck yeah.
But when the lights turned on and those cameras went hot, and it was time to do the show, your focus was absolutely on point. And that's what I want to talk about. How do you get into that mindset?
Dude, you blowing me away, man. It's theater training. There were about 6 or 7 of us kids that were considered the star kids in Houston, and we had very intense training. And it was at a theater called the Ensemble Theater. And they're one of the oldest black theaters in Houston. And they taught us that you can laugh, you can joke, but when it's time to put on the Ritz, it's time to focus, because there's no need for error, there's no room for it. There's no room for anything outside of what you're there for. And so when I'm on set, my goal is to execute and go home. And so I get into a military state of mind from that old training of being in theater. You only get that one chance, and it's not a do-over. And so in my head, I'm thinking it's not a do-over. It's time to be on. Everybody's watching you. Let's go. Right. And that's my mental process.
On the show, you do voices.
Yes, sir, I do.
I certainly do.
And I can sing low too.
How did that happen?
I'll tell you something. I used to watch Bollywood when I was a kid. You know what Bollywood is?
Yeah.
I would listen to it, and it keep the keep down, keep the keep down, keep the keep down, keep the keep down. No. I used to do all that shit. So, and my mom used to look at me like, "What are you watching?" And it used to come on early on Saturday morning, and they have the big full production and all that stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, I can do that." And I would listen to a lot of Disney stuff because I was a Disney kid.
Right.
And I would listen to, of course, The Simpsons, and I would listen to all of these characters. But there were 2 of my favorite voiceover actors. Cree Summer. Cree Summer was from a different world. She was the crazy one. They called her Freddie. And she did the voice of Elmira on Tiny Toons. I'm gonna have to make it smell my very own. That. And there was also, I think her name was June. She used to do all the voices for Rocky and Bullwinkle. She used to do the voice for Magical Dispel and things like that. Yeah. And she did the voice for Granny on, with Tweety Bird and all that. She did so many voices that people don't know. Those 2 kind of like were my go-to people as far as who I wanted to aspire to be like. So I would really listen intently to people's voices and I would mimic them. And even at school when I was a kid, I would ask boys and girls like say something and I would try to mimic their voice and their timbre like almost exactly.
So we're not talking about singing.
No, we're not talking about singing at all.
We're talking about voiceover.
Voiceover. Yeah, we're talking about voicing, period.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it was funny because I didn't know that I was self-training. I didn't know. I thought I was just having fun and just kind of like operating within my gift and just saying, okay, well, if you can do that, I can do that too. And so I just really started mimicking really hard. Like that's how I started. And then when I got to Whitney Houston, which is my favorite, I started mimicking her voice. I started mimicking different people's voices, and that's how I came across.
That is cool, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's also another amazing talent. And like I know it's used on the show.
Yeah.
You are the one that's doing.
I'm the character voice.
You're the character voice.
I know what I've done. Ursula was my favorite though, like ultimate favorite.
Give us a little taste of Ursula.
I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me Willow Witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways. Repentance seen the light and made the switch true. Yes. The little tramp.
CJ Edmonds, ladies and gentlemen. So while me and CJ go check out some Whitney Houston, here's another production tip from John Kubis.
What up, Beat Warriors, and welcome to another Logic Production Minute in 45 seconds. Shout out to James for this one. You've quick swipe comped the perfect guitar solo or vocal performance, but the client wants some other options, so let's send over the takes that we used for our comp. First, go up to the top of the comp and you'll see a triangle, the little letter A, and 3 boxes. You click on this little A, it pops up the Take Folder pop-up menu. Click on it, and then click Unpack to New Tracks. A chopped up version of your comp appears in the top track and all your takes are below it in their own tracks. Now select all these tracks, go up to File, Export, 8 tracks as audio files. Choose where you want to save them, click Export, and boom, all your takes are now audio files. Pop them into a zip file and into WeTransfer or Dropbox and make the client happy. Happy stemming, and for more tips like this, check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/John Kubis. Make sure to like and subscribe.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with CJ Edmonds. And yes, you are a singer.
Yeah.
But you are also a performer.
Yeah.
Mic technique. I've seen you live, and you definitely use that in your arsenal.
Yeah.
To perform. So can you talk a little bit about mic technique?
Yes. A lot of venues are totally different. You have to really understand what kind of environment you're in. Like for instance, I sing in an outdoor venue. So a lot of times the sound is going out and away. So if with my venue, I walk around, I make audio adjustments with the engineer and things like that. But a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, my voice is literally going out and open and nothing else. And I've been able to make sure that people are still hearing the quality and the sound of my voice just by adjusting. Like when I'm singing softer, bring the mic closer to your mouth. When I'm singing really intensely and I'm just really like going for it, put the mic down and, from that point, I already know what my reach is. So I can stand at a certain spot and sing to where everybody can hear me because I've already done the work as far as like earlier that day and saying,
wow.
Oh, okay.
That's amazing that you even are considering those things.
Yeah.
You're considering, I know that over here is my golden spot to hit certain notes, right?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And it's funny because you're saying some of these things are basic, but you and me both know there's a lot of singers that sing either soft or loud, and their mic placement is not moving.
Yeah. People look at it as a performance. I'm never going to forget you. I'm there to entertain you. That is my gift to you.
Right.
But at the same time, this is a job for me. So I have to make sure that you walk away with a great experience and that I walk away with, I've done my job for the night.
As a singer, how do you find your sound?
When I stopped mimicking and start enjoying. Every singer takes a piece of what they've learned from somebody. That's just human nature.
Yeah.
But I had to learn that you were born with your voice and I was born with mine. And I don't care how much I try, I will never exactly sound like you. And when I learned that, that's when CJ started coming out and started being who that entity is supposed to be. And I stopped mimicking and owned up to the fact that people may be used to hearing certain things a certain way, but introduce them to something new. And only you can give them that.
Being an artist.
Yes, sir.
I think you have embodied that So
you.
tell me, is it a lifestyle or is it more of an alter ego?
Nah, bro. At home, I am t-shirts and shorts. Like I am such.
Yeah, I'm
you know,
surprised. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I am such a regular. Like I cook at home. I invite folks over. I'm such the regular because I'm Southern, you know, and I was raised by a Southern mama, raised by a Southern grandmother, and you know, I cook. I invite folks over. We chill. We hang out. But that's at home. When I step out of my door, I am CJ Edmonds 24/7. It is an expectation that I have on myself. It is what I've built for myself. I enjoy wearing fur coats and sunglasses. I always have. I've enjoyed the opulence of the performance life, as you can say.
Right.
I enjoy being outrageous and that's just me. It's not a front. It's who I am. I believe that it's not an alter ego. I believe it's just another part of me.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
artist CJ
Yeah.
Emmons.
Yeah.
What advice would you give aspiring singers and performers?
The advice that I would give aspiring singers and performers is to thine own self be true. There's nothing more to say about that. You have to own yourself because if you don't, someone will tell you how to eat, how to sleep, how to be, how to dress, how to talk, how to be what they think you should be. So to thine own self be true.
Be yourself. All right.
Yes.
The time has come, and I think this one's gonna be.
Oh shit, here we
This
go.
one's gonna be epic, right, John? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
All right, so here's how it works. None of the questions have been shown to the guest. The guest has 5 seconds to answer each question. If he doesn't answer within those 5 seconds, I'm gonna press this button, and you're gonna hear this sound. All right, so try and answer as many questions as possible.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I feel good about this one. Here we go. Gucci or Louis Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton.
Favorite Whitney Houston song?
I'm your baby tonight.
In-N-Out or Whataburger?
Whataburger. I'm H-Town, baby. This H-Town up in.
All right, what grade would you give a Patti LaBelle pie?
A plus 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 plus.
What's the favorite character that you do?
Favorite character that I do, Ursula, Little Mermaid.
Favorite Selena song?
Wait. I can't believe you didn't answer that. Si una vez dejé que te amara, bajo me arrepiento.
Guilty music pleasure?
Ooh, I listen to, you know that, Sans, dis-moi. I listen to that kind of house music.
Trader Joe's or Whole Foods?
Trader Joe's.
Good.
Yeah.
I approve. Favorite Saturday morning cartoon? That's from John Kubis.
Favorite Saturday morning cartoon is Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice just celebrated their 30th anniversary, and I sang Deo on Dance with the Stars.
La Negra tiene...
Tumbao, azúcar, azúcar.
Y no camina de lado, y no camina de lado. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rapid Fire with CJ Edmonds.
Rapid fire.
On the show, we like to give the floor for you to shout out anybody.
I want to shout out one person in particular. This amazing person has just always been who he is. The authenticity has just been always on point, never faltered, same way. And he's a good dude. I want to give a shout out to James Zavaleta.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I do.
Hey.
This is a good dude.
I appreciate
It's a good
you.
brother.
I appreciate you, man.
It's a good brother, man.
So for more information, you guys can go to cjedmonds.com and we're going to put a little link down there. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, brother, for having me.
This was fun.
Thank you, bro.
Um,
Cheers.
You know, I usually don't drink this early, but it's CJ's.